Hello, everybody. How are you today? I am out in the shop. I don't know if I'm going to get into too many projects real heavily today. I think I'm going to do a lot of prep work for. I have a list of a bunch of things that I need slash want to work on, and I think I'm going to just do a bunch of prep work today, just to kind of tee those up so that maybe I can spend the day tomorrow working on some of them, because later today we have our first lacrosse game of the season, and I'm surely not going to miss that. So I don't really have a full day in the shop, so that's why I wasn't sure if I'd get to do any project work. But I'm going to get my list out and just start kind of chipping away at all of the little pieces of each of these individual projects. I'll keep you guys posted. Okay, this is just a little bit of putting together two of the projects I have. I have other projects as well, but these took a little while, and I'll tell you why. This blank here, I had two of these blanks from Mike DeLalter, and end of February, I made one of these blanks into a pin, and I shipped it to a buddy of mine. It's a gentleman I work with who was a U.S. Marine, and I really thought he would like the pin. He had been asking me, can I buy a pin from you? And I'm just really not into selling pins, right? It's just not my thing anymore. I don't enjoy it when I have to make one to sell. So I thought, well, I've got this Marine Corps blank. He was a Marine. I'll just make him a pin and ship it to him. So at the end of February, I made it. I'm pretty sure I did a video on it. And I shipped the pin to him, and it got there the 1st of March. Well, unfortunately, this little tiny thing called COVID happened, and our company, being very, very concerned about the health of its employees, sent us all to work at home. He finally got back into the office about 2.5 weeks ago. Now, over the course of time, he didn't know that I sent him a pin, but later on, I don't know, a couple of months later, I sent him a note and asked him if he had received any packages. And he said that, obviously he didn't know because nobody was in the office. So he had a buddy who was going in, because certain people had to go in to take care of, critical tasks, to check his desk, and he never found anything. It got delivered to the mailroom at work, but I don't know if it never made it to his desk or it just got misplaced or what happened. But finally he made it back to work a couple of weeks ago, and I sent him a message and said, hey, did you get the package? And he said, Bob, I've gone all over my desk. I've got nothing. I don't know where it's at. What was it? So I can keep an eye out for it. And I sent him the photo and said, here's what it was. And then he was like, oh my God, that's beautiful. I'm so upset, right? So he was upset that it never showed up. Well, I had another blank, so I thought, you know what? Let's just make him another one, and let's just drop it in the mail without telling him. And he should get this one now that he's in the office. And what I ended up doing, you'll notice I've got two kits here. I've got this one from Berea. This is called the Elegant Button Click Sierra. It's a Sierra Click, and I've never used it. Seems very lightweight. This is the Elegant Monarch. It's a twist from Classic Nib. I know the quality of this pin is incredible. So I want to look at this one and see what I think the quality is, because I really want to send a nice pin. Now, this pin came to me from Don Peters. Don contacted me right after I bought this jeweler saw. Of course, the blade's loose. I don't like to leave it under tension. And I was cutting some pennies, and I think I've carried them all in the house. And Don liked the idea, and he wants to, at some point, do a collaboration, and I think that's definitely going to be a go. But he wanted to do some testing, so he made a carbon fiber, took a tube, and encased it in carbon fiber, and then he took a penny, and he thinned it out, dapped it down, and cast it in a clear mold. And I dug through the shop. I could have sworn I had a Sierra that had copper components. I cannot find it. I really wanted to make this with a Sierra with copper components, and I just could not find it. So I grabbed this gold one. The nice thing is with these, you can always change this. So if I find that, I can pull the front section out, knock the cap out, and I can reattach a kit, because I know I've got one. It's just my mind, I can't remember where it's at. There's too much junk in my shop. So that's a couple of the projects that I'm going to prep today. I may do some stuff like get them squared. I'm going to do as many little nitpicky things as I can, so that all I got to do is walk out tomorrow, toss it on the lathe, and start turning. I'll probably strop the tool and clean the lathe and just have everything ready to go. That's what today's going to be about. It's just really preparation, because I would like to get a video tomorrow, at least one video, right, for you guys, because things have been so busy and so crazy. I just haven't been able to get in the shop and make videos. I guess I have. Let me be honest. I do have a video that I made for Penn State. They asked me to make a video about one of their pens, and I made it. But it's been setting for 2 weeks. I'm waiting for approval from Penn State. I don't know if they like it or not, right? So I need them to check it out. I need them to tell me what they think. Maybe they want me to shorten it. Maybe they want me to add something. Maybe, I just need to know what they think about it. So I'm waiting for that response. And when I get it, we'll have a video for you guys. So I have done videos. I just haven't had videos that I can release yet because let's just call it creative control. All right. So anyway, I'm going to get back at it. I got a few other things I'm going to prep, and then we'll start knocking out the nitpicky pieces on getting these ready to go for tomorrow. I'm working on a project right now, and I started out to make this one a video, and I decided that no, I don't want to mess with that. It's just not worth it, okay? And I'll tell you why. All I'm going to do is build a drawer below this shelf. Building a drawer is not that interesting. It is just a box with no top and some drawer slides on the sides. It's not that interesting. It's not really something I want to take the time to do. I think I just want to whip it out and get it done. What I will do is on the inside of that drawer, because the drawer is unimportant. People are going to need all different size drawers. They could even buy a cabinet like this for the drawers if they want it. So the drawer is insignificant. So I'm not going to record it. I'm just going to leave the stereo cranking and build it. What goes in the drawer, you guys are going to have to wait for. But I think it'll be worth it. And I think a lot of you guys will love this idea and probably want to incorporate it into your shop. It will work for any drawer you have. So stay tuned and you'll see something I think you're going to enjoy. Got my drawer slides mounted on both sides. Full extension, that's going to be super nice. What I'm going to do now is go ahead and build the drawer. It's going to be 34 inches by just shy of 12 inches, about a 1/16 of an inch shy of 12 inches deep. And we'll get that built. And once it's built, we will build just a little front for it, just something to kind of decorate it up, because I'm only going to use 2x4s for the frame. I've got the drawer built. I've already got the slides on the side, got the notches cut out on it to fit over the braces that hold the shelf up. The front panel has one little notch on the left side. If I would have thought about it, I could have cut that off. It could have stayed flat, but I'll probably just put a piece on front of this just to kind of decorate it up. I don't know, that it doesn't have to be there. We'll see how it looks when I get it up on the shelf over there. And I've got this piece on. What I did find is over here, my post is twisted. So that caused me to put this in at an angle. You can notice this, see that? So what's going to happen is it's perfectly square between there, but it's perfectly square at a bit of an angle. My shelf is perfectly square, so it needs to go in straight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust this one, and then on this side I'll put the bracket back on, and I'll shim it so that I can square it perfectly, and it should fit nicely. I've got my drawer in the track on the left side. The track on the right side is not mounted yet. It's pretty even. I may need to lower it just a little bit. I'll use a level to figure that out in a few minutes, but I'm going to try to show you how far off this thing was. Can you see that? Look how far that post is twisted from front to back. Isn't that insane? I guess, of course, that wood, when you get that AC2 or whatever it is really wet, and over time it's just twisted and bound. So I'm not going to be able to use that. I've got to figure out something else on this side. I still have some room if you look to the outlet. I want it to leave a little bit of room, but if I have to, I can make another board like this and mount it in there and shift it to the left just a little bit, or even possibly make the drawer a little shorter, take it apart and cut it and make it shorter. Not sure yet, so we're going to do a little workaround and see what we can figure out, but I think it's going to be perfect when I get it done. It goes from 5/8 inch out front all the way to 1/4 of an inch in the back. This is 5.5 inches long, which is the same length as the post. And I made it, I'm not sure how tall that is, maybe 2 inches, I don't remember. But it's plenty wide enough. It's only 1.5 inches for the brace. That's 2 and a little over 1/4, maybe 2 3/8. So the brace will be somewhere just in the center of it. And by brace, I mean the slide. So we'll just kind of center that, shoot our screws right through it, and we should be good to go. Got the shim installed. Now we'll go ahead and we'll mount our bracket to this. It should mount right to the bottom, and that should make the shelf perfectly level. I've got my shelf slide installed. They appear to be perfectly square when you measure from end to end or at an angle. So we're going to go ahead now, install the drawer, and see how it works. I've got the drawer installed. It looks pretty level all the way across there, the gap. As you come down and look down at the top, you can see that, I'm sorry about it getting a little blurry there. Looks pretty good straight down, looking straight down on it, so it's lining up nice with the shelf. Pulls out nice and easy. Got full extension so you can get to everything inside of that drawer, which is what we want. Slides back in nice and easy. It's going to be perfect. I need to build something just to mount to the outside of the drawer that will hide this gap and will hide, you know, this brace here, and of course just stick over far enough to hide the drawer slide on that side. So far, I'm happy. That's going to be it for me for a while. I'm getting ready to head in and get cleaned up to go to the first lacrosse game of the season. So I'm really excited about that. I don't know if I'll be back out here tonight or not. I hope to be back out after the game. We'll just have to see how late it is and what I'm in the mood to work on. But next up, we'll just build some kind of a covering, a face for that drawer, and then we'll start building everything that's going to go in the drawer for organization.